When I first started trading, every week was different. Some days I was the disciplined trader that I aspired to be, and some days it was absolute chaos. What changed was when I created a weekly playbook, a system that would remove my emotions and create structure and consistency for me and my trading. And ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to be sharing that exact framework. Let's waste no time. Let's jump right into it. The very first aspect of the weekly playbook is your daily routine. I didn't realize that how I was showing up in the market was affecting my trading. Some days I woke up early to show up to the market. Some days I woke up late. Some days I was calm. Some days I was, restless. Some days I worked out before my session. Some days I didn't. There was a lot of inconsistency. Your daily routine has to prime you for trading. Trading is a patient game. Trading, you need to be emotionally there, right? So part of your daily routine should be something that allows you to ease into the trading. If you're coming into the market in the morning, like I am, I like to meditate. I like to do a bit of reading in the morning because it grounds me, right? And it allows me to visualize my ideal performance. And the most important thing about this, especially when it comes to meditation, is the brain can't tell what is the difference between what is imagined from what is actually happening in reality, especially when you can attach emotions. So when I would visualize me being a disciplined trader, me being a patient trader, eventually and over time, this started to translate into my reality. So part of the daily routine and the morning routine is psyching yourself and creating a peak performance, process so you can come in and execute like a professional trader. The second part of the weekly playbook is choosing the right time to come into the market. I am a firm believer that less is more. There are 3 major sessions in the market, and the market is open 5 days a week, 24/7, right? If you're coming into the market and you are trading every single session and every single day, it's likely not going to work. So you as a trader, you need to be able to pick a particular session. And that's exactly what I did, because the market was open on Sunday. I was there trading on Sunday. If at 2 p.m. I was trying to trade. Some days I would even wake up in the middle of the night and take a trade. But what was happening is it was affecting my bottom line because I wasn't giving the market consistency. So what I do here now is I have mapped out the kill zones right here. This is the Tokyo kill zone, right? And that is, I created a time of day where the market likely moves. And that's when I started to trade and focus on, actually taking my setups, right? In the Tokyo session, you have the 7 to 10 p.m. kill zone. The London session, the 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. kill zone. The New York session, which is what I trade, you have the 7:30 to about 11 a.m. kill zone. So for me, choosing to come into the market at a time where I know I'm going to get the highest probability trade, I'm going to get liquidity flowing into the market. On top of that, once I take the trade, I'm done, because afterwards, oftentimes what happens is the market usually slows down after this particular time of day, right? Sometimes it does run, but most of the time it usually continues to consolidate right after, because liquidity dies down. So this is one of the most important part of creating structure for yourself as a trader, is choosing the right time of day to come into the market. So once you've identified the kill zones and you've identified the session that you're going to be coming into the market, now you want to focus on taking high probability setups. And part of that high probability setup is creating and having a system that you can use every single week, that is repeatable, that at least, presents itself, frequently, and, follows the core principles of price action. So one of the most simplest strategy that you can absolutely apply, and for me, it's part of my weekly playbook, is the market structure break, right? When the market is making higher highs and higher lows, we know that buyers are in control, right? Based on this concept, you want to be a buyer, right? But when sellers start to come into the market, right there, price is making lower lows and lower highs, you know that more sellers are likely going to dominate, right? That's just the ebbs and flows. When sellers are coming in, they are targeting the liquidity at the low, right? This is your objective. When buyers come in, they target the liquidity above the high. That is your objective. So you as a trader, if your goal, you do your weekly, you do your daily breakdown, right? From the daily time frame all the way from 4 hour to 1 hour, you get that higher time frame perspective, and you say, okay, you know what, today buyers are in control. I want to be a buyer. Oftentimes, you're going to come into the market and you're going to start to see that sellers are dominant. What you have to do during that time is you have to watch and wait and be patient for your opportunity to strike. And when you get that opportunity, you come into the market at the particular time, you strike. So right here, right, we're seeing that, okay, you know what? Price is making high highs. Price was making high highs and high lows, high highs, and all of a sudden now sellers are coming in. So based on what you're seeing here is we're seeing bearish momentum, right? So there's a good chance that sellers could continue to dominate, right? So if your higher time frame tells you to be a buyer, you can't buy under these conditions. You need to wait for a clear market structure break. So right there, what do we see? All right, let's take a look. Okay, we see more opportunities, right? Candles are moving. Perfect. So right about 7:25, as we're coming into the market, we are seeing price actually break above. So about 7:30, right when you come into the New York kill zone, right, you're seeing a lot of heavy volume. So most traders, probably myself included, I most likely would have missed this opportunity because it's right when I'm coming into the market. I want to be an observer. I want to wait a little bit. So what I probably would have done is sit on the sidelines, let the market take out this high. And after it takes out this high, now price has shown us exactly what it wants to do, right? So here we can see a clean market structure break. Buyers are clearly in control. So here now the change has happened. So here we can start to look for our opportunity to now get involved in, the market here. So based on what we can see here, okay, price is holding off at this level. We can place our target. All right, we can place our trade here, stop loss, keep everything nice and clean, keep it a little bit, let's see here. We can even scale down to the 1 minute time frame to get a bit more perspective here. Okay, so right now it's a little bit of an aggressive one because the market is quite, it's volatile. So one candlestick pretty much is like 30, 40 pip. So here, what we see is we start to see the market, boom, right, actually move in our direction, right? And we can start to target the highs from this point. And all we needed to see in this trade was a market structure break and the overall, structure of price. And let's see how the price ended up playing out. Overall, boom, let's see here. Okay, so take profit, objective, hit. And this is just one simple thing that you can come into the market, you can do. And every single week you look for this opportunity. It's repeatable, break a structure that fits higher time frame perspective. You come into the kill zone, you take it. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, in order for you to be a successful trader, you need a great review process. Your journaling needs to be on par with everything that you're doing. And right here, as you can see on the chart, I have trades that I've journaled from years of trading. This goes back to like 2021. And I can kind of look at some of the markets that I was trading and some of the trades that I had taken previously, the mistakes that I made, the wins. And you can see this one right here, right? This is gold, still 1 minute. This trade, should have, what was a close, should have either scaled a position off or moved stop loss, to break even. 8:30 news came out and price moved higher. So these gives me like a little bit of perspective in terms of, okay, how I was trading, what I was doing at this particular point in time. And a great review process allows you to see what works and what doesn't, right? And it's so simple. You can use a software to do that, but I like this way, right? This way it doesn't cost me any money. It's never cost me any money, and I have it in Google Drives. I have hundreds, right? So you need to be able to review your wins, right? And you need to be able to review your losses. And both of them are going to give you perspective. It is extremely important that when you're going through your review process, that you don't just focus on your losses, what you're doing wrong. A lot of people tend to focus on what's not working, why are they failing, what they're doing wrong. And they're missing the fact that they might be doing a lot of great things right, that if you build on that, you could literally go to the next level. So sometimes it might not just be about fixing your weaknesses. It might be about building on your strengths, because you can get your strengths all the way here that your weaknesses is absolutely going to be irrelevant. So ladies and gentlemen, a review process is extremely important, especially when you are creating a weekly playbook. And for me, it made a world of a difference, because I can kind of see, what was when I had those moments of something is not working, I knew where to go, right? And I looked at it and said, okay, this is what we need to do. And that's what I did. And before I knew it, I started to see more results, started to make more money, started to, just become the trader that I was working towards becoming for years. And yeah, everything changed. And that's the video, ladies and gentlemen. This is the weekly playbook video. You can apply this going into 2026. Maybe you're already doing something right. Maybe you're already applying a few things that I shared in this particular video. And if so, fantastic. If not, maybe there's one thing that you can, take away. Maybe there's one thing that doesn't apply, discard it, take what applies, right? And, focus on that and try to make 2026 the best year. Remember, you have to keep going, right? You could be 3 feet away from goal. It's Emmanuel from LiveFree Effects. If you want to take your trading to the next level, be sure to click the links down below and subscribe for more content. I look forward to seeing you. God bless. Live free.